So this is an example of my TS Tween system in action. This is the TS Tween system example world, which shows a number of different tweens being executed. Um, has a number of different stations in this world where you can see how the TS Tween system is working. Um, this particular system is just showing it tweening the VEC3 position. And as you can see, there's 33 different easing functions that it supports. When it's on, you can see that it does linear, various quadratic, bounce, in, out, and in, out for position. It also does scale. So you can see it's doing all the different same easing functions for scaling. It does tweening on color. It's doing all the easing functions on color. Additionally, rotation, it's doing all the different easing functions, cubic, quintic, back in, out on rotation. Here's an example where it's just tweening a numeric value, and it's basically moving a particle effect so that you can actually graph and see what all these different tweening functions look like. Some of the more exciting ones are like the back out, back in, out, the bounce, and the elastic ones. So those are sort of the basic functions of the library, is it can do all that kind of tweening system. Additionally, it can do series of tweens where it's going to do, like this is a position and then a rotate and then a scale. Or you can do parallel, so it's doing position, rotation, and scale all at the same time under the same on the same timeline. You can do deeply nested tweens of things in parallel and then other things in series that are also in parallel. So you can see it's doing a sort of complicated animation there. And then you can also scrub the position of the tween. This lets you set up a tween timeline, and then you can actually control the time code and could scrub it back and forth. It's all using the same system. Additionally, this tweening system supports 3 different kinds of path-based tweening, which will do Catmull-Rom or Bezier or linear path-based tweening. So here you can see that this is the prototype path that's been given to these with the position and orientation of these pyramids in different shapes. And it's now using the 33 different easing algorithms to move and rotate that triangle along that path using a Catmull-Rom spline. We can also do it, this is one with the Bezier spline, which is a slightly different kind of path fitting. And then also with a linear path, which is where it's just going from point to point to point to point to point. And finally, it also has just very simple basic support for just, I want to tween this thing from point A to point B, and has a very simple API to just do that, which will just, say tween this from here to here, and this is using a bounce in and out easing to do that. So that's this tweening library support. It's very sophisticated, very powerful, has simple ways of doing very simple things like direct tweens, but also doing very complicated things if you want to do parallel, sequential, timeline-based tweens or path-based tweens.